Temple Connect, Vedic Bhavan, and multiple other initiatives invite you, sir, to this very important meetup, a special meetup where you say celebrity meetup with astrologer, guru, and a well-wisher, Raveendranath Menon ji. Sir, namaskar.
Namaste.
Sir, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have known you for over 16 years now, and it's been indeed my luck or privilege that I have known sir for all this number of years, to guidance from him from various aspects in astrology, in various aspects of yantras and so on. There have been times in life that at times we've reached out to sir and gathered all the possible information, and it has been the last word in this mankind. For me, I've been honoring this gathering and wanting to have this for a very long time, and now that we have Menon sir with us, let us progress today with a couple of questions. A lot of your followers and a lot of your viewers have written to us and they have wanted to ask you these questions. So my job today is to ask you this question on behalf of Temple Connect and the Raveendranath Menon channel, and gather most information from you, sir.
You're most welcome.
Thank you for giving us this time today, sir. So, sir, one question where people today, everyone is in some or the other trouble, and everyone comes across a situation that we are getting misled or misguided by astrology or astrologers. Sir, there is a huge number of people who need guidance, but the guidance sometimes gets misguided because people who are astrologers or positioning themselves as astrologers are actually only interested in filling their own pockets and not actually helping the other to come out of the problem. Sir, what is your opinion and viewpoint on this, sir?
See, basically, before we consult an astrologer, the very basic point what we have to keep in the back of mind is that how the astrology science is originated, what is the use of astrology, and how it has to be used. Later on, the comments which were told, there are empty number of astrologers who make a living out of astrology. I am not against it, because like any other profession, astrology is also a profession. But astrology is not a science to scare some people, or it is not a science to give some information and then try to extract whatever you want, maybe material benefits or any other benefit. Astrology is a guiding science. I've been practicing astrology since my 26 years of age, so it's almost 4 decades I've been practicing. And astrology never had been my bread and butter. That is one advantage with the grace of God which I got. And I have been researching on this science for the past 4 decades. Astrology is a science which is a guide, which is something which gives you confidence, which something gives you direction, which is something which suggests people what is the path to be followed. So it's a positive science basically. Astrology is used in various cross-section of areas, I would say. First, we will start, say, from health. Health is, we always say health is wealth. So it starts from health. It can be used for career. It can be used for, whatever profession you want to choose. For example, if it's for youngsters, how what line of education they want to choose. And if in business, of late I have been talking about corporate astrology, which is comparatively a newer term, or I would say it's a new term, wherein we suggest people what is the line of business which would be beneficial for them. Okay. Because many people have, the very non-people who are, I would say, who ranks in the first 4 or 5 in the rich list or in the Forbes list, have become bankrupt,
Yes.
When I examined their chart, what I understood is that they were not in the line of business in which actually they are intended for. So these are the areas which which can make use of astrology. So to conclude, what I would say, when you choose an astrologer, you choose a person who should be a guide to you. who should handhold the person, who should give you proper direction. It is never intended for material benefits. But when somebody does a profession, naturally he has to make his both ends meet. That is not a crime. But that should not be the intention of astrology. It is like medical science. Medical science, of course, we pay for the hospital, we pay for the doctors, but we say it is a service. A doctor is doing a service more than, it is not a, in the conventional sense, it's not a business. So same thing applies for astrology. So this is in a nutshell what I have to say about astrology and astrologers.
Our discussions and the kind of interface I've had with Menon sir, he's always mentioned it very clearly that it's too last minute of people when people look at astrology. So similarly, sir, another question as an extension to the first one is, there are a lot of online softwares, or there are a lot of these database initiated astrological solutions. So people fill in the date, time, place, and they click a button and there is a report which is ready. Sir, tell me something, if it was so easy in astrology, don't you think so? I mean, people would have taken the guidelines and made the best out of it. What do you think about the classical way the people use it have been following astrology for all the generations earlier, and this new age migration?
Yeah, Giresh, thank you so much, because it's a very intelligent question. As far as I am concerned, I am not only an astrologer. I worked in my information technology department as IT manager for quite a long time.
Correct.
So I am a person who knows both the technology as well as astrology. And the best software, I should say, today, which is freely available on net, is developed by an IT professional, Mr. P.V. Ramarao.
Okay.
Who himself is a IT specialist. So it's a encouraging future that more and more people who are educated and who are technically qualified people are now involving in astrology. We cannot, set aside that technology does not help astrology, or for that matter, any profession. See, take the profession of lawyers, take the profession of doctors. We have medical transcription, we have legal transcription. The first line of filtering, everything is done by now by softwares. It has got, tremendous use in every field. Similarly, in astrology also, we have got, very effective use of technology. Earlier, if you want to make a chart, an astrologer used to take 1 or 2 days.
Correct.
But now it's only a matter of 30 seconds or 20 seconds or even lesser than that, if you want to make a chart. So in that perspective, technology really helps astrology. But then, when it comes to the part of predictions, it's a very complex process. Since I know programming also, I can tell you, it is not that easy to program, to make a program in astrology, which will encompass the entire gamut of, astrological principles. What will happen, certain things may be contradictory. That's why when you get a computer report on astrology, many times we get baffled, because the first paragraph will say you something, and when the second paragraph will tell you something else. And to connect this and to derive some conclusions from this, it's a complex process. I'm not telling that technology may not be able to do in future, we don't know. But as things stands, since being a very complex process, definitely human intervention is definitely required. The predictions from an astrologer there is no doubt, which cannot be compensated by the predictions of machines or by softwares. There is another side to it, which is not that scientific. That's why I didn't mention the first instance itself. Because astrology is not only simply applying principles. There is some other spiritual element is also there in astrology. So your sadhana, your intuition, sharpening of your mind. See, I used to say, every object, every person in the universe is connected. So how some people are able to close their eyes and see what is happening miles away. We had such people. Even today we have such people. So that is, you are connecting with the universal consciousness. So to what extent you can connect with the universal consciousness depends upon your sadhana. So we cannot avoid this part from astrology. There is a role for that.
Okay.
So in that perspective, we cannot say that a computer prediction or a technology-based prediction can replace the conventional astrology. Definitely, a person with a lot of sadhanas, a lot of concentrations, lot of knowledge, and making use of this technology, that would be the best proposition in astrology.
Alright, okay. So, in fact, just an extension to this, what happens is a lot of people want everything right now. What I have seen in this journey is when they go to astrologers, I mean, olden times astrologers, I think we're sitting in the God's own country as known as Kerala, the state of Ayurveda, beauty, as well as astrology and variety of solutions. This place they used to take a lot of time to craft the chart and then give the outcome. Nowadays people want it now, and because in that they are not clearly understanding that there is a lot of human effort, as you rightly guided right now, sir. So that is brilliant for people to understand the value. If it is taking time, it's like pickle. If it is taking time, the taste might come out in the right way. So similarly, sir, when we talk about other aspects of Kerala or other aspects of astrological interpretation, like your Nadi Jyotishalaya, when you talk about things like your Prashna, these are things which I've learned from you, and I'm asking you the same. Is how do you think? So basic astrology, Nadi Jyotishalaya, Prashna format, and so on. How do you think the person or the seeker can reach for the right one? Because how does he know which one to use? Because it's very confusing.
See, when the areas which are told, Nadi astrology, Prasna, normal conventional Vedic astrology, what happens here? See, all the three are useful areas or useful branches of astrology. Prasna has got its own unique features and unique benefits.
Okay.
Normal Vedic astrology, which we use to read charts, is definitely it has got its own role.
Okay.
Apart from these two, the new sensation, even though that is the oldest, Nadi astrology also has got its own merits.
Correct.
What is to be used at what time is the thing which one seeker should know.
Correct.
Of course, when you talk about Prasna and Vedic astrology, if you are going to a very honest person, when I say honest, I meant it, because somebody who really want to help the seeker, I think you will be really getting benefited. Nadi astrology, it has been written thousands of years before by great saints, and I have got very strange and mysterious experiences in Nadi astrology, which I have explained in my channel. But the pitfall lies whom to rely on, who is the most reliable Nadi astrologer, because it's a very big business now. Many people are making money out of it. So apart from the service point of view, there is some money element, cost element is also there. So that is the greatest challenge now in Nadi astrology. But other than that, when Nadi astrology is there, why we need Vedic astrology? Or when Vedic astrology is there, why we need Nadi astrology? I would say both are same.
Okay.
Nadi astrology also uses Vedic principles only.
Alright.
In fact, Nadi astrology, apart from the Sushma Nadi principles and what we use Vargas, so they, still go further. The Lagna is divided into still more, intricate divisions. Yeah. And they propose you the results. But it follows the basic astrology principles, our Vedic astrology principles only. I've seen Parasara system is really being followed in Nadi system also. But of course, it has got its own unique way of predicting certain things, which maybe perhaps by the passage of time, the normal astrologers lost that particular acumen or lot of the expertise. There was a time in Kerala when people used to give very stunning predictions by Prashna. Before a person comes, they will know who will be going to come today and what is the Prashna he is going to ask and all those things. There was a time like that. But so over a period of time, when we commercialized, when people of, I would say, of lesser involvement and intelligence came to this science, the development got stagnated. So in that perspective, I would say, you rely on Vedic astrology for all your common things. Nadi astrology, I found, is very effective in removing the, I would say, the bad effects of your earlier karmas.
Past life.
Past life, no, we say nowadays there is a lot of past life regression is going on.
Yes.
Regressive hypnosis is one branch where people say that we will cure everything. But really, if you want to remedy your past karmas, if you are really getting a good, honest Nadi reader, and if you are really in the hands of a master, definitely you will avoid your past karma. There is no doubt about that. I have no second thoughts on that. My only challenge is a reliable place, a reliable reader. So for that purpose, the Vedic, more than Vedic astrology, Nadi astrology can help. But Vedic astrology is really helpful for very detailed and intricate analysis. For example, the way I analyze the charts. Because in Nadi, they say which profession you will be in or which branch of education you will be in.
Okay.
The way I see a chart is, I have helped many people in the last 4 decades for choosing their line of education,
Okay.
for choosing their career. I have umpteen number of examples. They were all happy.
Sure.
And I would still say, this is related to your earlier question also.
Yes, sir.
I think what is the best way of using astrology?
Yes.
See, now many people, they study something, they take up some other career. Their interest lies somewhere, they study something else. All these things are maybe because of compulsions or because of some other influences, suggestions, they do like that. But astrology can really pinpoint which area will be the most suitable for you, or for what purpose you have incarnated this birth. That is the ultimate, that is the ultimate answer for that. So that way, Vedic astrology also is really helpful.
Okay.
Then cost part also, Vedic astrology, anytime you can seek a Vedic astrology reading from a very good astrologer.
Right.
And not all people may be possible perhaps to get their Nadi reading. Because in Nadi reading it is said that only people who are destined to get a Nadi reading gets. Destined means a person who is destined to get a good reading only gets a good reading.
Okay.
But whereas in Vedic astrology, if you are finding a good astrologer, definitely you can consult him. So each has got its own merits. And coming to Prasna. Prasna is a wonderful branch of astrology.
Okay.
And I would say that Prasna is more prevalent and more prominent in Kerala. That is because, the world famous book on astrology, and that is the unique and the most authoritative book on Prasna is Prasna Marga, which is written by none other than a Keralite.
Okay.
It is written by one astrologer of northern Kerala. So he wrote that book to teach his disciples.
Okay.
He didn't write the books just like the way people write here now books to make money. When his disciple demanded that we need something documented,
Correct.
then he wrote that book. That is the authoritative book on Prasna today. Prasna helps a person when suppose somebody does not know his birthright. Suppose somebody does not know, he does not have a chart.
It's very important.
What is the method? He can raise a chart at the point of time when he asks the questions, and an astrologer can definitely reply. Then something which is happening now, your chart talks about something which you have already done,
Okay.
past karma.
Correct.
It's a chart is a roadmap of your last birth.
Okay.
I would say a roadmap of your last birth also pinpoints you what will be the influence on you about that.
Okay.
So in a way, it is a slight roadmap of your future also.
Okay.
Because mostly people are, people are lazy. So a person who does not do any active karmas,
Correct.
he will be normally bound by the past karmas.
Correct.
But I used to tell my clients, if past karma has got this much benefit, present karma has got double benefit.
Double benefits. Correct.
You are your destiny maker. You can definitely change it. There is no doubt about that. So, a chart represents the past. But a prashna represents what is now,
The present.
present. What is the surroundings? What situation you are in, with which people you are in. So, from that you get a current direction, which is very important.
So,
So, all the three balances are really useful.
so largely speaking, what happens is, I have seen a psychology of people. One is that they do not know when to go to astrologer. They go to astrologer when the situation is very bad or something which is extremely taxing in their life, be it career, be it money, be it business or personal life, whatever it is. So they don't know when to go to an astrologer, they don't know which astrologer to go to, and also post going to even a right astrologer who gives right insights, do the following things. They get shy in the fact of saying it is very costly affair, so we don't do it. I mean, those people usually don't do it. My question here is, one is there is no pakka or standardization from point of view saying that if I go to a temple, am I getting the remedy done? Because remedy and yantras and pariharas is something which is your specialization in a big way. And friends, I would want to say this with a lot of love and honor that it's been 16 years, he has been my guru, teaching me, guiding me and taking me through his entire knowledge in this journey. And whatever I have been able to pave my path through has been all credits to Menon sir. And I'm not saying this on record, but sir, this is also a humble way to express my gratitude towards you. So when you talk about people, their mindset, which is the right age to go to an astrologer for any child to a senior citizen, what are the right ways of executing the remedies, and what are the different pariharas and problems that can be solved? That's my final question, sir.
I would say one thing. You have asked the first question when somebody can consult astrology. Conventionally, we in Kerala used to say that a chart should be examined only after the age of 12.
Okay.
It's a very conservative, philosophy or conservative, principle. Because in olden days, life was so uncertain. Now science has improved, so longevity has increased. So that could be one of the reasons why people used to say that let the child complete his 12th age to examine the chart. Now I would say anytime a chart can be examined.
Okay.
Even from the age number, the first birthday itself you can. And we used to write the chart at the first age, itself. Even 28th day also we used to write the chart. We only write we say Talkuri, that means only the chart, not the entire horoscope.
Right.
So you can examine the chart at any time. In my opinion, actually a chart should be examined at the earliest.
Okay.
Doctors used to say that you should have a pathology test every year, and you should also have a test well in advance for any, impending illness. Same thing applies here. I would say a child's chart should be examined at a very young age. What are the benefits? I will tell you. First thing, we would go by the health point of view. If there is any impending problems which is going to come, we will be able to identify it, and you can definitely seek a medical advice for that. You can have nowadays it is very well developed, so it helps that.
Okay.
And second thing, a child can choose his or her line of education, and what would be the best area for him or her. That will be of really good help. Then regarding the things you told about remedies, that is remedies, cost, and what kind of remedies and that. The cost part, I tell you one thing. Now see, if you told that the remedy of astrology does not have a standardization. I would say even the cost of a tea does not have a standardization. If you go to, a 5-star hotel, they charge you 200 rupees. We get the same tea, same tea or a different tea for 10 rupees.
Very well said. Very well.
So there is no standardization as such for cost for anything. Okay. It all depends upon what is the cost element this particular gentleman is, what is the effort he has put in, what situation he is suggesting you, all those things matters. But still I would say something. cost element is there. See, Nadi astrology is very costly.
Correct.
Nadi remedies are very damn costly. Many times I have felt because I have my celestial Gurudevs, I used to ask them also. But then what I say is that the remedy which you do is nothing but you are parting with your karma.
Correct.
You are doing remedy for to reversal of a karma. So how do you do the reversal of a karma? There are 2 ways or 3 ways of reversal of karma. One is by, you do the exact opposite of karma. If you want to help somebody, if you have done some damage to somebody, you help the same kind of people. It's a reversal of karma.
Correct.
You do a parihara, puja, all those things. That is also a reversal. See, in the puja and all those, what happens? You are parting with your material, savings,
Yes.
which you have earned by your karma. That is also a parting of your karma only. So we should never be hesitant in incurring a cost. Nothing comes free. See, now I used to tell now the younger generation, don't go to a temple and pray and ask for something. Please God, please give me this, please give me that.
Correct.
No, we should not. Which applies everywhere. We should take responsibility for our actions. What we can ask them, we can ask the masters, preceptors, gods. What we can ask: give me courage, give me good health, give me concentration, give me direction, give me focus, so that you yourself will become your master. You can reverse your karma. Same thing is happening here also. So cost element is secondary, I would say. But then the cardinal principle in the remedy, I would tell you, which is, I think maybe some professionals may not like it, but that is a fact. We used to say Yada Shakti. What is Yada Shakti? If I take 10 rupees from a very, very impoverished person as my fee, which is a very big amount for him. But if I take, say, 100 rupees from a very rich person, that is not at all a cost.
Correct.
Whether it is fees or even other karmas, you give dakshina also. So, in all dakshinas, we used to say, you give as per your Shakti. Yatha Shakti.
Yatha Shakti. That's correct.
Then only you feel that you are part with something. That is the very reason. Maybe there is, you say there is no standardization. We are not. We are not standardized. Even our financial standards or our karma standard is different.
Correct.
So the other standard also will be different. So that is the real crux of the issue. But all said and done, I would definitely say, cost of remedies, fees of people should be such that it should be accessible to the majority of the people.
Sure.
And in earlier times in Kerala, no astrologer used to take any fees. They never say any fees. Whatever you give them, they used to accept.
Alright.
There were 2 reasons. Their wants were limited. And second thing, people who goes there also were generous.
Alright.
They know that it's, as you rightly told, he's my preceptor and I need to give him.
Correct.
So this mutual, this thing is there. Now I think both are missing, I feel.
Yes.
So that could be the reason why the cost element has come. But all said and done, I am for, even though the Yadashakti principle stays, it should be, affordable for the majority of the population. No, there is no doubt about that.
So a last question, which is a bonus question I'm going to
Yeah.
take on this. The journey of Temple Connect has been vast, of going to temples.
And I should appreciate you for that. You are doing a Yemen service, and I think you are adding a lot of punya for yourself as well as for the community.
So in this entire journey of Temple Connect, sir, we come across a lot of people. A lot of people are looking forward for guidance. As you rightly said, Yatha Shakti, everyone is not genuine about that Yatha Shakti also.
Correct.
They will show as if they are not in a they will spend more amount of monies on alcohol and other things.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but
Yeah.
it's a true fact. But they will not do any kind of punya dan or annadan whatsoever it is. But as a matter of bonus or as a matter of an experience, sir, when people go to temples, when they visit temples for remedies and beyond, they are there. Fast forward mode is my observation. They go to the temple. We visited a temple today. There was such a detailed experience. There was a protocol that was followed, and there are things to do and so on.
Yeah.
What is one suggestion or guidance you would want to give your audience and your followers, that what to do when you visit temples and what not to do when you visit temples as a whole, as an experience, from your so many years of visiting so many temples that you've done, what is your insight, sir?
It's a very apt question and very timely question, I should say, because now we are going to come out with a book. I have authored a book on temples.
Yes, sir.
The name of the book now, which is written in Malayalam, I will be soon getting translated into English and Hindi and all, is we have named it as Remedial Temples of South India.
Okay.
Why South India? Because I have visited more temples in South India. In my opinion, whatever you order, you should have authority on that.
Correct.
That is the very reason why I have taken more temples from South India.
Sure.
So the very basic reason and very basic, the purpose behind this book is to not only to introduce temples, but also to tell them what purpose is being served by visiting that temple. See now, now everybody knows now the visualization has got tremendous effect in life.
Yes.
So our murtis are all, any layman or any slightly educated man will know that all our gods or our murtis are all having many let's say whether weapons or other things on hand. You know that nobody is standing like that and all. These are all our symbols only. These are all symbols. These are all actually what you visualize, what you need,
Power elements.
what you need.
Go with
Yeah,
those gods and goddesses.
You see, it may be for different purpose. See, if you go to Dakshinamurti is having Japamala, a book. So it is for education purpose, When when you go for certain other purpose, when you want to ward off negative energy, when you go to Kalima, anything she's having all the weapons. So the purpose-oriented visualization is
The interpretation is
interpreted. That is the very basis of Sanatana Dharma. So from that perspective only I tell you, first of all you should know before visiting a temple, what is the real dhyana of that temple. We have got, even Lord Shiva has got, different types of dhyana. One may be Aghora Murti, another place he may be Dakshinamurti, in yet another place he may be along with consort Parvati Devi. So we have got different types of dhyana for Lord Shiva. So before going to a temple, you should know what exactly is the dhyana of that particular murti, and you should also know what is the basic, prayers which you can give there, and then you can get the benefit. See, any temple you can go and pray, you get anything. But I will draw a parallel to something. A person may be a father, he may be a senior executive also, he is a son also, he is a husband also.
Correct.
So, but in various capacities, during that time he behaves like that.
Correct.
You cannot, interchange this.
Very well said.
You cannot interchange this. So similarly, you can go and pray in a temple which is meant for something else, some other thing. But it is very easy to go in a temple which is intended for that. So you should understand for what purpose this temple is, really made, and what is the dhyana of the murti, and what are the basic offerings which is being made traditionally, and you should spend only for that. More than the money which you spend, of course, if it is required, you should spend. But more than the money, it is the total surrender to the murti which matters a lot. And you cannot buy anything by money. Only by surrender we can get the benefit. So I would say, first thing, you should know about the temple very much.
Right.
You should know about the dhyana of the murti. You should know about the offerings and the purpose for which the temple is created. You should also know the rituals which is being followed there, and then accordingly you should choose temples and visit. This I am telling not from a tourist point of view.
Right.
See, for tourist point of view, from architectural point of view, you can visit any temples, which is almost a different proposition. That is not our domain here. We are talking about the remedial temples. So this is what I have to say. So if this way, if you visit temples, definitely for what purpose you have gone to a temple, that will definitely be fulfilled.
Fantastic. Sir, I think the email ID and the contact details would be given in the bio in the pages for you all to get in touch with sir and to reach out. But it has been an eye opener for us, and this series will continue in years to come, where more such informative sessions would be organized and discussion would be organized with sir. Specialized talks on career, marriage, relationship, progress and prosperity in business, stability, whether to be based out of in India or whether that person will relocate internationally. So it's a vast topic, And I'm sure one such session is not going to be satisfying enough for us to have the needful. So, sir, I thank you once again for the insights given today and look forward for many more sessions. Any last guidance that you would want to give the audience as your closing note, sir?
See, I would only say astrology is a fantastic tool for life.
Correct.
And it is not as, I mean, the neo-rationalist or people who has not seriously studied it speak about it. Astrology is purely science. It's a pure science.
Sure.
It actually based on karma only. Even if somebody is an atheist, astrology can help you, I would say.
Okay.
Because what is the kind of karma which you have unleashed to the universe,
Right.
and that type of benefit or the other, I mean the opposite of benefit you get.
Correct.
So it is purely based on karma. So astrology is a very good tool for anybody to get directions in life.
Lovely.
So make use of it, and very intelligently you choose the astrologist, and intelligently you use astrology for your purpose. Never get intimidated by astrology, never get scared by astrology, and never ridicule it also. These are my last words of astrology.
Lovely, sir. Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot
so much.
for your time and really appreciate this and many more to come, sir.
Thank you so much.
Om Namah Shivaya.